Okay, guys, so I actually I built a Yuri shrine. As you can see here, I got the little I don't know, like little tropic thing going on with this wind thing. I just found it in my closet. So of course we have the knife I got from Branson, wonderful specimen. I got some tea for Yuri, you know that there's a purple string to represent her, and you know, some pens for her enjoyment. Yuri, I don't know if you can hear me, but like lately since I've started school, I've just been like feeling weird. Like even if it's just the start of the school year, there's this like one boy, and I mean I actually think I might like him, and I actually think he might like me back, Yuri. Like if something happens with me and him, what should I do?
スタブ用セルフ
Oh. Okay, yeah, thanks for the voice, Yuri. Goodbye. Okay. I don't know what the freak that was. Okay, anyway. Oh my gosh, I haven't recorded in a while, like a week technically, but it's been like 2 weeks since I actually did a gaming video. Okay. So hello everyone, Jersie here, and we're back on that Doki Doki New Eyes. I don't know what that intro was. Honestly, both of them. It's been too long. So yeah, we're just gonna continue. Like again, like I've said before, I probably forgot the characters' voices. So, oh yeah, we're voicing Yuri in a minute. She looks behind her. It looks like Natsuki's raising her voice. She suddenly darts out of the room, clutching her stomach. Huh? Seems like something happened. I'll share my poem with you a little later. What the freak is Monika's voice? She goes towards Jersie, probably to ask him what went wrong with Natsuki. Wait, I don't even know what's going on. It's been too long. I can't help but look at the exit. Judging by the way she was clutching her stomach, she was headed to the bathroom. I get up from my seat. Everyone's busy with the current situation, so they won't notice me leaving the room. Wait, what happened? I can't leave Natsuki alone like that. I swear I'd support her. Wait. Before I even get to the bathroom, I hear Natsuki coughing. You know, on some of this background music, I got copyright on my video. It sounds like she really doesn't feel good. What was it? Did she get like food poisoning from her dad? Oh gosh. I enter the bathroom after knocking on the door. Natsuki? It feels weird. Just yesterday, Natsuki was the one entering this room looking for me. I guess this is how I pay her back. Oh, freaking phlegm in my throat. I hear some more coughing coming from one of the stalls. The door is locked. I knock on it a few times. Natsuki, are you alright?
Leave me alone, Yuri.
Freaking phone. Oh, y'all notice my beautiful fluffy dumpling over there. So thick. Those words hurt me more than they should have. Natsuki would never talk to me like this. Moreover, in such a context, it's freaking Monika, you know, she's making everyone terrible. I can understand if something went wrong, Natsuki. You were there for me yesterday, right? I nervously laugh. And you're supposed to be my role model too, remember? Oh yeah, guys, I actually got a phone. That's why I mean, it's like an $80 prepaid phone, but it's my first phone ever. I'm so happy about it. Natsuki doesn't laugh. I hear her sigh on the other side of the door. The freak! Stupid Snapchat notifications! Okay. I don't think I should be your role model anymore. Oh shoot, they just cut the music out. What? Why? Why would Natsuki say something like that? No. Is it because of Jersie? Did he do something wrong? Or is it my fault? I'm sorry, was I too clingy, annoying? Oh my gosh. Stop it, Yuri. Let's just talk later, alright? As of now, I don't feel too... Her sentence is interrupted by her son coughing. She's like, I don't feel too good, Mr. Stark. She really doesn't sound good, but what am I supposed to do in this situation? Oh, hold up. Okay. Hopefully we don't mess this up. Show her I'm here for her. Try to understand the problem. Can't you do like both? Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the tiger by the toe. If he growls, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Try to understand the problem. Yeah, sure. If I want to help her, I need to understand what the root cause of her problem is. She clearly started feeling bad after talking to Jersie, but she'd been distant this morning too. So it could either be about yesterday evening or about Jersie. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry. I know you hate when I do this, but is it because of me yesterday? Truth is, I've noticed you're distant. So tell me, if anything's wrong, just tell me. How am I supposed to live knowing I hurt my best friend? Oh, this kind of reminds me of my friends a little bit. Why do you always believe things are your fault, Yuri? I sense a bit of anger in her voice. Did I say something wrong? Did we just choose them wrong? Okay. Stop assuming these things. If I tell you everything's fine, then stop trying to find something wrong. My stomach hurts. Okay, I think we made the wrong choice, like usual. Of course I shouldn't have done that. I should just have told her I'd be here for... Okay, fine. Oh gosh, such a prick. I'm here for you, Natsuki. I don't care if Natsuki doesn't want to be my role model anymore. Even if it was merely a joke. I'll be her role model. It doesn't matter what she's feeling. I'm supposed to be a friend, right? I sit on the other side of the stall, resting my head on the door. Natsuki, I can't even remember how long ago we met. Were they like friends before high school? What I can remember though is that you've always been there for me. So let me be there for you. I know I'm not really the best type of person there is. I'm always spacing out and I'm always doing everything wrong. But every time something goes wrong, you're always there for me. Okay, this is kind of cheesy, but I dig this stuff. This is the power of friendship. So, please, don't just forget about me. No matter the circumstances, even if if it's about Jersie, I'll side with you. I think I can hear Natsuki sobbing behind the door. Oof. What is she feeling? It's gotta be her dad. She was so cheerful earlier. What makes you think I'd forget you? I never said that I would. But you can't understand. I can't tell you. Let's just forget it, okay? I'll be back later. Just wait for me in the club room. She's slowly breathing. If only I could do more. Alright. Hang in there, Natsuki. Hang in there, Sayori. No. I get up and I head out of the bathroom. I close the door behind me. Natsuki isn't coughing anymore. It seems like she's feeling a little better. I sigh with relief. At least she wasn't sick or something. She's just feeling a little tired. That must be it. I enter the club room. Monika's still talking to Jersie, but she has a poem in her hand. I glance at it. The writing suggests it's Jersie's. I don't know if it's readable then. Oh god. As I sit down at the table, I see the club door open. Natsuki quietly enters, looking a little better than she was when she left. Her hair is wet. She probably washed her face. Still, I don't really know what caused her so much trouble. She waits a little behind Monika before suddenly joining the conversation. She grabs the poem from Monika's hands. She didn't want her to read it. Now that makes me even more curious. I guess I'll have the occasion to see what it's about in a moment. At some point, Sayuri jerks her head up. It looks like she wants to be part of the discussion, but she refrains from doing so. Oh man. I remember what Monika told me. She's probably not too confident, so I won't force her. If I talk to her, she'll probably take it as some kind of pressure. Everything is always so conflicted in my head. Monika turns around and leaves the little group to sit next to me once again. She sighs. Oh gosh, I still don't know what to do for Monika's voice. Have you noticed something different about Natsuki lately? Is she talking to me? I was focused on Jersie. He's eagerly reading her poem. It looks like he's really enjoying it. So? Oh, yes, well, Natsuki's always been a little like that. Like that? What do you mean? I mean, if you compare my voice to when at the end of Doki when she's singing the thing, it sounds nothing to like. Whenever something's on her mind, her behavior changes a little. Though, I don't recall seeing her as troubled as she is today, honestly. It's a little strange. That's right. Just now, we were... You sound exactly like Yuri. Okay, hold up. Just now, we were talking about her poem with Jersie. As soon as she came back, she took it from me and she wouldn't give it back. She didn't want to give it back? How odd. She usually acts slightly different in this case, but she's never acted this differently. Indeed, I've tried to convince her to give it back, but she liked the poem too much. Sounds so weird. In fact, I suspect that this poem was written specifically for her. Wait, as in Jersie wrote it for her? Exactly, we've talked about it, but he seemed really uneasy. This is a completely new voice now, oh my gosh. It wouldn't surprise me if he were trying to impress her. Natsuki's reaction was probably linked to it too. What the frick? I think our little baker is in love. Oh. My heart sinks once more in love. Love must be such a wonderful thing. But does it really have to change people? And is what Natsuki's feeling even love? It's too hard to understand. I just can't understand love. Don't be ridiculous, Monika. They've only known each other for a few days. Don't you think love can happen really quickly? A few days is more than enough to like someone. I think you know that considering what? Indeed, I've been wanting to grow closer to Jersie, but does that mean... Well, yesterday you've had quite a big fight with Natsuki. And you turned to Jersie when you needed help, if I recall correctly. Aren't you feeling a little something too? No? Well, no, of course not. It's so weird reading this, like, trying to actually imitate the characters instead of making them sound completely opposite. I think I'm blushing. Of course, who wouldn't want to fall for this man? Okay, let's just move on. No, a few days definitely isn't enough to like someone. Definitely. And after all, since he and Natsuki look so good together, I'd have no right to feel this way. Do you think people aren't allowed to feel? You're free to feel whatever you want, Yuri. You just have to be careful not to let it change you. Just like what Natsuki's doing right now. Oh, I understand. I'm Natsuki's friend, so it's my duty to help her. Exactly! Anyway, what are we doing here? Aren't we supposed to be sharing poems? I enunciate the word so strangely with Monika. Oh, right, poems. This talk was so interesting, I actually forgot the initial purpose of our discussion. I take the poem I left on the table and I hand it to Monika. I wrote something a little more elaborate than yesterday. Feel free to give me your feedback. She takes the poem into her hands and reads it. Feels like an eternity before she finishes it. She stops looking at the poem and stares at me. You're right. This is kind of different compared to yesterday. Can't keep her voice consistent. It's really troubling. This time, I can't seem to find the correct meaning behind it, unless it's something really dark. I open my mouth to talk, but I can't find anything to say. I stand there for a few seconds, trying to come up with a cohesive response. It's just, well, I can see it in my head, but it'd be too hard to put it into words. Did you at least enjoy the poem? Oh, yes, of course. You really have a certain talent with words, Yuri. Your poems are mesmerizing. As soon as I started reading it, I couldn't stop. You have a fascinating method of writing. Well, thank you, Monika. I spent a long time establishing my writing style, so hearing that from you is really heartwarming. Keep up the good work! She reaches into her bag to grab her poem, but she quickly notices that Jersie is done chatting with Natsuki. Oh, I think he's going to show you his poem. I'll be back right after that. Go enjoy your time with him. What a freak. Indeed, Jersey's walking towards me. I clench my poem a little more as he approaches. There's no reason to be so nervous. I end up staring into his eyes again. He's so ugly. He's so basic. I'm just saying. Let's see what you've written for today. He flashes me a bright smile and he hands me his poem. I smile back. My stomach feels weird. Monika, what are you doing putting such thoughts into my head? I look at the poem. Nightgown, pop-up, parfait, playground, poof, pout, puppy, swimsuit, shopping, skipping, socks, spinning, sticky, strawberry, sugar, summer, twirl, waterfall, valentine, vanilla. It's masterful work, I will say. Once again, the structure feels a little off. However, the style is clearly a little different. It's a bit better. The words blend in with each other and the idea he wants to convey is clear. Okay. Obviously, he had an image in mind while writing it. Monika's right. This is directed at Natsuki. This is pretty good, Jersie. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I have no doubts anymore. He was definitely influenced by Natsuki. I can see the same type of syntaxes she used in his poem. I can't even read simplicity! Oh no! Simplicity and efficiency. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Just like I did this morning, I think writing needs to be spontaneous. Pre-scheduling poem writing isn't right. This is why I don't like preparing poems for such activities. I'd love to see how complex Jersey's poems can get. Don't expect too much, please. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. He's merely smiling at me, but I think I lost Jersie when I tried to explain he can wander through his feelings. I don't mind though, he's particularly cute like that. Okay? Just what am I thinking? I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I shyly hold out my poem. Now's the moment to see what he'll think of it. Oh my gosh, my stomach freaking hurts, but I'm hungry. Why do I never eat before these things? That's not weird, is it? I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? No kidding. Oh shoot, hold up. I silently nod, waiting for him to start reading. He gently takes the poem from my hands. His movements are so graceful. Gay. He starts reading. Once again, he's taking his time. Jersey's not saying anything. Am I supposed to talk now? What if I bother him while he's reading? I know how frustrating it is to be bothered. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I guess this is the best I could come up with. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I can't help but smile to myself. It looks like he did understand the point of my poem. Only 2 days in and he's already starting to understand poems a little more. Impressive. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed that I can't read. Then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Now I'm not too sure. Does he understand it or not? You're not supposed to ignore the face value of the poem. It's a part of it too. Writing is a combination of abstract and concrete concepts. However, he seemingly hasn't understood the real meaning of the poem. What a relief. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. My voice is barely audible by the end of my sentence. I look down. I may have said a tad too much. Jersie was staring at me with such a look, I just got lost in my train of thoughts again. Dude. I slowly look up at him to see him grinning at me. That's funny. That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. Not that it bothers me, but I don't find this amusing. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Oh yeah. Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Natsuki? Of all people, I wouldn't have expected her to think this way. She may be my best friend, but I know her well. I thought she despised my kind of hobby. Well, you didn't tell her? Wait, did you? I don't know. I forgot. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? I suddenly gasp. Please don't tell her I said that. I've spoken my mind. Whenever he's around, I'm having a hard time separating my words from my thoughts. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Oh my gosh, his face looks so girly. Ugh. He's like, for some reason, like, harem protagonists, like, they look girly usually. Like, if you dress them up in wigs and stuff, they actually look like a girl. AKA, like, Shido from Day Live, Kirito from oh my god. This dude. Okay, well, thank you for sharing it with me. Oh gosh, her voice. He nods and he gives me my poem back. He turns around and he goes towards Sayori, who's now smiling at him. In a few seconds, Monika's already next to me, ready to share her poem. Ready to give me your poem? That's not poem! That's opinion! I don't know what this girls' freaking voices. I keep forgetting. Oh, sure. You look really excited about this, Monika. I know you'll give me honest feedback. The freak was that? I really like it when you tell me what you think. Her voice is just gonna be inconsistent. Yeah. Oh, is that so? Haha, I'll gladly read it then. Monika smiles and hands me her poem. I grab it and I read it, making sure not to wrinkle Monika's beautiful sheet of paper. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Man, an endless poem of meaningless. So edgy. Wow. I just stand there looking at her poem for a solid minute. Even more impressive than the one I read yesterday. The words mix to create a perfect rhythm, and even though the meaning of the poem is indeed a little blurry, I can feel something. This poem makes me feel something. It doesn't happen often, but this is truly incredible. I look at Monika, and I flash her a big smile. You're awfully good, Monika. I really can't find any flaws in your poem. I think I like it more than mine, to be honest. No, I don't think it's any better. Having read yours, I can guarantee you mine is nothing next to it. However, it's really flattering to hear you complimenting my poem. What did you particularly like about it? I ponder for a few seconds, trying to put my thoughts into words. There are many striking elements that can be considered as good, but there were two specific factors that made me like it. First, the metaphors used at the end. I really enjoyed them. They're easy to picture, yet they convey so much more than their apparent simplicity. Second, the rhythm. Just like the one you wrote yesterday, I was so into it. It's like the words followed each other perfectly, if that makes any sense. It's good, really good. Aw, she's so passionate about the poem but Monika's gonna be the end of her. Gosh, how long is it? Okay, 26 minutes. Do you seriously believe that? Of course. I won't lie about these things. I didn't expect it to be that good, quite honestly. So, thank you. Haha, they sound the same. I don't care anymore. It's no big deal. Thank you for showing it to me. I hand her the poem. Just as I do so, Natsuki comes next to us, poem in hand. Hey now, sharing poems without me? Not cool. The three of us laugh. Of course we wouldn't forget about you. Show us your poem then. She proudly raises it in the air and she hands it to me. Monika looks over my shoulder, trying to read it at the same time. Oh my gosh, this is so long! Look at this, 140p. That's not even 240p. Whatever! You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders! That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sings the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I am not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad, and she helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends... Well, okay, you're just gonna freak... I'm sorry I'm a slow reader. It's just the text was too dang small. I couldn't read it. And it's much more complex. It's hard to describe. Some kind of mix between her usual simplicity and a strong message. Jersie didn't lie. This poem is also about having a weird hobby. Monika doesn't say a word. It looks like she liked the poem as well. Well, Natsuki, how can I say this? Oh no, if you're going to criticize me again... I'm kidding. I really like it. I Actually, Jersie told me my poem was very similar to yours. She winces as I say his name. It's much longer than yesterday's, right?
Yep. See, I can use more words than you think.
Indeed, doesn't it share some elements with Jersey's poem?
What?
Natsuki flinches once more. I'm pretty sure Monika is just testing Natsuki a little. I don't know if I should consider this funny or mean.
No, he copied my style. But let's not talk about this, alright?
Come on, you know I'm just teasing you.
Anyway, why don't you show me your poem, Yuri? Since apparently ours are similar, let's see how you portrayed this subject.
I hand her the poem and she takes it, almost ripping it.
Well, okay, girl, you're gonna be so violent like you.
She's nervous, I can feel it. She reads my poem a few times.
How?
Pardon?
How could you write about the same subject as me? What are the odds?
Oh, that... I guess we're connected in some way. And about the poem itself, how was it?
Well, you know, it feels a little unlike you.
Freaking message from Steve. I'm sorry. I'm a little busy right now. Unlike me? Don't tell me she actually understood the meaning of it. Monika couldn't even understand. What do you mean exactly?
Well,
It's too much for her last two brain cells.
Monika!
Monika looked startled. I don't think she was listening to us. Yes? What is it, Natsuki? No, I don't know what the freak that voice is.
I need your help. Something in this poem doesn't feel quite like Yuri, but I can't put my finger on it.
When we talked about it, I couldn't find the correct meaning. It mostly made me think of very dark things, honestly. Maybe this is what's bothering you? Yuri doesn't write about dark things usually. Are you sure about that? They're getting dangerously close to the main point of the poem. How am I supposed to justify myself? I don't know, I must have read a little too much before writing it. But what's important is that you enjoyed it, right?
Of course, it's not my writing style, but it's well executed. Good job.
Natsuki nods at me and Monika looks in Jersey's direction. Looks like these two are done sharing their poems. Sharing time's over then. Without a word, she stands up. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. We all gather at the front of the room, staring at Monika. Jersie looks a little confused. Actually, it's pretty common of Monika to ask us to gather to talk about something.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of. Before I get to speak my mind, Natsuki does it for me.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations, but you just said you like doing poems out of the blue. My pleading voice isn't enough to change Monika's decision though. Her determined look doesn't change. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Natsuki and I look at each other. What a relief. If it's only decorations, it can only go well, right? Oh my gosh, this reminds me when I went to Freshman Connection, and even now, they said on the list of clubs that there was an anime club, but when I asked about it, they didn't even know if it existed or not. I'm like, oh sure, I'm gonna just join a club that doesn't exist. Technically, just go into my school and make a literature club.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. It's like my heart just stopped beating. Performing? Is this some kind of joke? No, her look says otherwise. There's no way I'm going to perform!
Performing? Monika? Without even listening to our concerns, she takes a proud posture and breathes in before talking. Does she do her freaking spine-breaking pose? Handsome, what do you think about this? See, he's lazy. He doesn't want to perform. What? My brain just like Jersie.exe just stopping. I can't read. Jersie.exe just stopped working for a second. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. No one's gonna have like poems prepared though. Like Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Oh, okay, I see. Sayori, who's been silent since the start of the debate, shows us the poster she's been working on. I didn't know she was such a good artist. Her lines are delicate and the coloring is well done. I smile at her, but Natsuki doesn't seem to care. It looks like she's about to shout at Monika. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I shyly raise my hand. I don't want to go against Monika's will, but this is just too much for me to handle. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. It's freaking weak legs! Gotta square up! Okay. Need to chill, Jessica. You didn't even eat anything today? I don't know what sort of drugs you're fired up on, but just imagining being in front of a crowd. I can't. Definitely not. I shake my head in fear. Freak long we've been. Oh my gosh. Guys! Sayori looks like she wants to say something, but Monika holds her hand up, signing her to say no more. Oof. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. I feel guilty. Seeing Monika so sad after we'd rejected her idea. I really want to do it for her. But I just can't. I know my limits. Monika doesn't look ready to give up just yet. But I still think we should give it our best. Oof! We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Preach! Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! Okay, you need to chill. Ow, it freaking hurts. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Is Sayori really saying that? I mean, I shouldn't judge people before learning more about them, but she's always so silent. I wouldn't have expected her to be so poetic. What she's saying makes sense, wandering through our own feelings as I described it. That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I love the music so much. Natsuki remains silent, probably thinking about the pros and cons of such a performance. I wish I could say something, but Monika's words resonate in my head. She's totally right. Our goal is to get more members and to share our passions for literature. Sayori doesn't look too bothered. She's anxiously watching us, waiting for our answers. Yeah, she looks pretty stressed, to be honest. Gosh, Monika, how can you be so convincing? I guess this is a skill she developed while participating in the debate team. True. Suddenly, Jersie, who's been listening from afar, jumps into the conversation. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask.
I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but Monika's arguments worked on Natsuki. That was to be expected. She never misses an occasion to share her passions. And considering how well Monika phrased them, there's no way she wouldn't have agreed. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Everybody's looking at me expectantly. What am I supposed to do? Even Jersie wants me to do it. If he does, then I guess I'll do it. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
I sigh once again. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. It's like Osu for me, boy. Ooh, clicking the circles for eternity. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Monika has an exasperated look on her face. Is it really that hard to understand how painful it is to be in front of a crowd? It's just not me. I'm not able to do it. I was born this way. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. Monika needs to stop with her sudden ideas. Okay, it's been like 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Let's just like stop. So, yeah, it's been pretty nice. Maybe not that eventful in the dark side of things, but I mean, handsome, thanks for staying with the audience. Hold on. This is very therapeutic to me. I'm sorry guys, I can't help it. I want to do this for like a whole video. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, feel the burn.